Hi guys, good morning and welcome again to my channel. It's your girl JP. For those of you who know me already, and if you're new to the channel, I'm glad to have you. Stay tuned. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to build a lot of self-confidence. You're going to hear much about God and a lot more. So today I'm going to be doing a very rare video, not something that I will be proud of. No, not something that most people will be proud of, but I'm obviously proud about it, and that's why I'm going to be doing it here today. So I know that a lot of people have a lot of issues with self-confidence, and I'll be trying to tackle that today with this video. So I think about 2 years ago, I opted to be a makeup artist for a wedding. And hey, I wasn't a good makeup artist. I barely had a lot, and I'm way better than I used to be then. Now I'm much more better, but I'm going to do the same makeup that I did, or practically almost the same makeup that I did, with almost the same equipment that I had last 2 years ago today, so that you can see. Now, I wasn't a professional. I didn't have a lot, and I opted to do it for the bride and the bridal trail. I was actually part of the bridal trail, and I wanted to do all of that, not because I was an expert, but because I wanted to test my limits and prove that I could even do something little with the little that I had. So I'm not going to talk too much. I've already spoken a lot. I'm going to show us quickly what I used 2 years ago, and then we're going to go into the video. So basically, amazingly, I had to buy just this. This is foundation 24 hours. This is black opal color 3. As you can see, it's completely finished because I bought this 2 years ago, and I bought just this for a mixed trail of the black, the fair skin, brown skin. So this is all I bought: foundation, and then I bought 3 kinds of concealer. I bought this is the darker shade, and I bought this color of the shade too, and lastly this one. So I wasn't sure what I was going to make out with all of this, but I was going to try. I didn't have a mascara kit. Today I have many. I'm working with many, but I didn't have. So I bought this. I've forgotten if I bought this for 600 francs or how much. Like, this is basically all. And this is all I had. I had an eyelash brush. It was not this one. I'm sure most of you know it was the one that had black and purple all together within the same container. And then I bought 2 brushes. I didn't know what I was buying them for, but this is it, and they were practically the same. I bought them for 100 francs each. And then I had this baby powder that my other sister used when she gave birth to her children. This baby powder has been with me since my year 1 in the university, and that was 2016, 2017, 2018, I believe. So basically that's all I had. And I had one powder part. It was not this one, but this is all I had. And I went for a bridal makeup, bridal crew, plus the bride herself. I don't know how I thought I was going to pull this through, but I obviously started, and somewhere I got it. Okay, I forgot one thing. So this is opal, and it's in did I even bother to check what shade was? I just held it, and then I felt like, okay, it's dark. Color 4 is dark, so I just thought this was going to work, and so I went in for what I thought makeup artists would do. So basically, I'm going to be doing something similar like that today. And so first, if you have a low budget and you think that you need too much to have makeup on, I'll try to differ with your point today. So get the basic things. And okay, did I say I had this pencil? And I had Vaseline for lip gloss, I think so, which I'm not sure I brought here already. Okay, so I was saying that if you think that you need a big makeup set to do it, I don't think so. So you can start up with something very little, and also believe in the things that you think you can do. Nobody taught me makeup. I was just trying at that time, and I thought, in fact, with my level then, I think I did a really good job. So we're going to start. I didn't have a primer, so we don't have a primer today, and we're just going to go in with this. Now this is how I think I did it the last time. I can't remember exactly, but I'll just want you to look at it, and then let's see what we're working at. Now I wouldn't start with this. I'll start with the eyebrow. So, but since I started with this last time, I'm just going to go for it. Alright guys, so I already washed up my face and moisturized it using my body lotion. Of course, that's what I had the last time. So this is very little. I'm just going to press into it, and one must be passionate about children. So I also didn't have a setter, and I didn't have a long-lasting ointment or anything that was going to keep the makeup on the bride longer. So I didn't have any of that, and I just went in what I had. So with this, you just get to damp all over your face, and then till you get a smooth silky look, you just get to damp. And okay guys, so this is basically it. This is me, and I'm done. I blended in as much as I can. 24 hours, not as prepared. Yeah, so this is it. And then I went in with the pencil to draw. So I wasn't good at drawing my eyebrow either. I didn't even know that I had to brush up before drawing. So the thing, what I thought of was I could carve it to give it shape. So if you look at my eyebrows now, they are somehow carved. So we're just going to go in with drawing, and I didn't draw too much then because I wasn't even good at it. So I was just trying to shape up the brows with what they had. Here we are. Okay, something like this. And
how are you, Juliet? Very well, Mum. Might I introduce you? So nice to meet you.
Yeah, something like this.
It's highly recommended by
And guys, of course, you know, it was much thicker than this, and then we didn't know that we had to be faint in front at the start of the eyebrow, and then
we look forward to flying under your
a little thicker relatively compared to how faint you are. But we didn't know that, so this was basically it. And then I didn't even know that I could use a concealer to clean up my brow, so I went back with my foundation. So I used my foundation over to do that. And I know a lot of you will probably be looking at this now and you're going to be saying, why was the internet that you were doing this? I didn't think I needed that, or maybe I did, but I didn't bother trying that. So I went with what I felt was right, and so I was just doing the makeup. I was just doing the makeup. So we just clean up. Alright guys, so this is basically it. You just clean up. I'm not taking our time to show us how to do that because I believe that most of us have watched other videos that you would see the professional videos online, but you will not see the limited scope like what I'm doing. So this is basically, these are my eyebrows, and so I did this, and then I just took up my sponge and carefully cleaned up, just damped up a little. Remember, I was using my foundation, so I didn't have a lot of trouble with cleaning this off because the same foundation I used to apply on the face is the same foundation that I used basically to conceal the eyebrow. So it wasn't much of a problem damping this in, as you can see. So this is basically it. Damped, and we are done. So after this stage, I went in for my concealer, and then guys, I didn't even know which was applied. So I bought these 3 colors because I thought that since the crew was going to be made up of fair people, made up of brown skin people, made up of dark people, I could just pick anyone and use anyhow. So I eventually bought these colors, and I'm not very sure how I applied them the last time, but I'm going to try to apply them. No, to apply just one because I applied just one. I'm going to try to apply just one now, and then we're going to see how it works or how it turns out. So I'm going for this shade because I'm darker, so I'm going for this shade. Is I think this shade is did I even bother checking by the time I was buying? I didn't bother checking, so I wouldn't bother checking now either, so I'm just going to go in for it. So here we are. I'm pushing up. It's a little bit stubborn. I think it has dried off now because guys, it's been a while. All right, so we are going in with this, going in with this. I know this is, it might seem a little too much, but Jerry, I've always been a generous girl, so I always placed out a generous amount. So basically, this is what I did. I went in for 4 portions: the T portion of my face, the forehead, under my eyelids, and then on my chin. So from here, I just damped it in and made sure that everything was well blended. Okay guys, so here I am damping. So I put a little bit more under my eyes because I didn't even know why I did that. So I think it was just changing the look, and from most pictures I'd seen, there was some fairness around this area, so I just did that. And so this was basically it, and I'm done damping. Yeah, this was basically the idea. Just damping. So this is me. The next thing I did was my all-timer. Like, if you can see, the bottle has wiped off completely. Like completely. I don't even know what it was called or anything, but I've used it for quite long. So what I did was I used it to bake. Oh God. So I used this to bake, poured out a little amount on my finger. I don't know if we can. Oh, it's gonna pour out. And then, so I didn't even know which part of my sponge I was supposed to use. So this was the savior back then. You just touch up a little bit and go for this. And and then a little here, just on the areas where I managed to think that was proper to put. Oh, now this is a little much to put the concealer. So I applied, and because there were a lot of people in the room and I wanted to look like a pro, I just left that part there and went in for the eye. What do they call it? People. I'm waiting for the mascara, so this to get the mascara. So we have this shade here that looks like dark purple, and then we had some, let me open this up. It had fallen some time back and it got scattered, so I'm being careful. So I had this shade that looks like dark purple and this. So guys, I use this for a bronzer. I didn't apply bronzer on the face though. Anyway, so we get to that part, I'll tell you. So like I said earlier, I had 2 brushes. So because a girl must look like a master, so I used one for a darker shade and one for a fairer shade, as you can see. So this one. Now before this time, I had been practicing trying to do a cut crease, but I didn't have a primer or anything of that sort. So I just took this shade. I used this shade for almost everybody, including the bride. There was nothing different. Everybody was the same. So you just tap on this a little and then you apply. I applied this here. I wasn't even careful how it was going to look. The good thing enough is that the shade was bold and it made some sense. So I used this here on the sides, and then I came in a little, I think here. Guys, I used this same method for about, I used it for about 3 weddings or so. I don't even know how the people believed I could pull through, but I did a little more and we're good. So we're using the same shade on this side.
Hello, children. Welcome to Vermont. I'm Pride Solid Security now.
Dun, 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 dun.
Come on in.
Ooh, we're going somewhere, you know. So this was basically it. I used this for, I don't even know if I was careful to do all of this or to really fix it up. And then I'm just going to go around a little bit to give it a faint shade of this, like you can see, a faint shade. And then I went in with the cleaner brush for this. So what I used as a primer back then, this foundation saved me. So I used my foundation as a primer. I didn't have one, and I didn't think that I could use a concealer then, so I went back for my foundation and I just damped a little, like this to make it a little bit wet around here. The same thing on this side.
What's going on?
Something triggered the fire alarm in the kitchen.
I'm on the way.
Yeah, like that. I don't know if you can see that. So that's what I used, and it's already tight. No, it feels like numb. And then I went in for this lighter shade. There was, okay, yeah, for this lighter shade there was white here, but because that's broken off, I can't use that. So I actually used the white. I don't know why I used white, but I used white. But since I don't have white anymore, I'm going to go for this shade. So, and I just tapped. This was so unhealthy back then because the probability that the moment I'm going to leave my eyelids, it's going to fold and all of this would leave was high, especially since it was foundation I used in the place of a primer. And so yeah, after that was done, I went in for the shade that was here was gold per se. And since we don't have much of it left, I'm just going to pick off the little. Now one thing about this palette was that it wasn't good, it was fake. I said I bought it for about 2,500 pounds, so it's not actually a good mascara palette. What did I just do now? Anyways, this was us doing makeup as makeup artists then. So this was kind of what we're working with, or what I was working with. So I think I went in too much here, and yeah, so this was basically it's like, I know how scattered this looks, I know how tattered it looks, but that was basically what I did. And then I came back, the pro in me came back to damping again and again and again and again. So while I was doing all of this, there was somebody there who seemingly was more versed with makeup than I did, but I didn't let her intimidate me. So at every stage she was like, you haven't applied bronzer, wait, you haven't applied blush and all of that, and your makeup is too thin, it's not setting in right. But I didn't let her intimidate me because she wasn't the makeup artist, it was me actually. So when she mentioned blush, I was like, yeah, I know, I'm going to come to that part. And guys, I used something here, I can't even remember what it is. I don't know if it was this pink or if it was what to apply blush. And then I was like, smile so that I can find your cheeks. And yeah, I think this was it. And I was just don't ask me what I was doing. Oh, I know that I was giving some people pimples, but they were looking good on their wedding day. So basically it's not Christmas yet. Why am I singing Christmas carol? So this is more like it. I don't know if this is making sense now. It basically doesn't make much difference, but you can see the faint pink when I smile. So this was more of it. And then what did I even do next? So I had this my powder, all-time powder that was going for everybody. And what I did is that I used it to just, the portions that I had applied foundation that I didn't put any powder on. I just
We can make that work.
touched,
We've managed to make
and
help your project.
put the thing all in.
Out.
This my sponge saved me, oh.
I'm afraid it's
It
missed
saved
you.
me. I've been washing and keeping it neat since then. I don't even know if truly it was this particular brush, because I had to buy some things at some point. I'm not certain about the sponge, but I'm certain about other things. So
Who's responsible for this?
this was I'm not looking good, but I wouldn't do this for a bride too. I'm going to show you guys what I did in 2023. So I did this in 2020, 2021. I cannot remember clearly. I used the same palette in 20 guys, I have done people's graduation makeup, I've done photo shoot makeup with just this set. I don't know how they believed in me, I say again, but I believed in myself first before them. So I'm going to show you makeup I did in 2023, my wedding makeup, and we're going to look at that. You're going to find that it's a lot more different from all of this, but I'm still not looking bad. So I didn't have a pencil, a black pencil to draw. We used to call it pussy eye. I don't like pussy eye, I don't know, but it was actually just lining your eyelids. I didn't have any of that, so it didn't even occur to me that I had to do anything of that sort. So I went in with my eyelash mascara, and I'm just going to be doing the same thing, just brush up.
The children have certainly
Now this is an upgrade to what I had in 2021. This is actually really good. It gives your eyelids a lot of,
It's true.
makes it really look beautiful. It fixes up your makeup. What I had then was horrible. If you look at it carefully, my eyelash is actually
I know she's only doing
standing and separated and all of that. But the one we had then, and then guys, I wasn't as clean as I am clean now. As you can see, I'm doing this and it's not touching the makeup, it's not affecting it in any way. In those days it was part of the mascara, so we would just, I think that in day one of those makeups, the eyelash brush actually touched on the mascara I had to place, and in order to complement the look, since I didn't know how to wipe it, I had to just touch the other side so that all of them will look even. But I was the makeup artist, so. And then the same brush that I used for the same pencil I used for the eyebrow is exactly the same thing I used for the lip. I don't even remember what I used for styling, but in those days we knew we had to just do once the downer part of the lip, or you divide each lip into two. You have a portion that looks darker, and then the inner part is what you have the Major makeup, whatever, should have the lipstick or the lip gloss, but our pencil was. And then in those days we learned something stupid, that you could actually use a concealer on your lip. I don't know if they still do that now. Hey God, so I didn't do this part, but now that I just thought about it, maybe we should try it. I don't know what it was for, so somewhere I'm hoping that my husband doesn't get to see this video.
a lovely surprise.
I don't know why I just did that, but I think I did. Okay, so as you can see, the concealer is giving up on me. Now, as you can see, I have my fingers soiled. Then we didn't know we needed wipes, so I made sure that whatever I wore was a kaba. If you're African, you know what a kaba is. So whatever I wore was a kaba, and I made sure that the kaba could receive any form of dirt. So I would basically just clean up one. But today we have wipes, so I'm not going to soil myself. I'm going to go find wipes and clean my fingers. Alright guys, so here I am. I finally found it, and so I'm going to use this. I'm not going to soil my dress because I'm going to do this, and then my hands are all clean. And then also in those days, things I didn't know I had to be protective of the face, so the makeup wasn't as clean and smooth like what you're seeing now. You would have picky holes here, some very clear spots that prove that this is actually artificial work, because my fingers would touch all around and touch. So I didn't have the expensive lip gloss that we have now. Vaseline has always been the secret. It's finished, but we know how we find our way around it. And so this is concealer on my lip, guys. It's giving. So basically, so I have my lips done, and I have it. So I didn't do lip gloss on the bride because her husband was going to eventually kiss the bride, and the husband didn't want to kiss makeup. So I didn't do any of that. So basically, this is what I did. Now I have a makeup spray. But I didn't have it then, so I'm not going to use it. I don't know why I brought it out. So basically, this was me doing makeup for a bride. So let me show you guys what it actually looks like. So I'm going to go out, and I want you guys to really see what this looks like. So guys, this is me and what I termed bridal makeup, some 2-3 years back. As you can see, my hair is quite old, but I believe you can see. So let me step out a little so that you can see. I believe that I haven't done a bad job, guys. So oh, okay, so the light is affecting it, but so if you look at it carefully, my eyebrow isn't really the best, yeah, as compared to what you would find today. The concealer on my lip is giving, but I wouldn't advise that you do that. And also, you see how dirty my mascara is? You might want to perfect that, because in those days we're just doing anything. And aside that, this is basically the look. So I'm glad you guys watched this video with me. I want you to have some confidence in yourself. You can do much more than you believe with the little skill that you have. So go out there and prove to people that there is more to you than they know. Believe in yourself and be the best that you can. And try this look with the basic things that you have, and send us a short or a video. Let's see what your makeup looks like. All right, guys, see you.